Should be sealed off down the end grain to stop any water penetration from getting in here behind the boards. The window sill should be out another 50mm, 60mm. The window, the timber around the window is just going to rot. These boards have already come loose with one little fixing that's snapped off on either end. No centre noggin to take any further fixings. And all the boards have got movement. The cladding should at least come down to 50% of the lap. Is that right? Is that right?
Yeah. I didn't see any sealant on the breathable membrane around the window frame. I know that's a renowned place for wind to blow water into around the frame to get into the interior. The tin and
the rain and the weather is going to blow in here behind the boards again and come down behind the boards and blow in through the edges of the tin. We've got massive gaps here, ½ inch gap.
But what about this where he's saying he's used tannalised wood and...
Yeah, but that's the frame. We're talking about what's on the outside now. He's used tannalised wood to fix these two.
Okay, yeah.
The stud work is tannalised. What he's saying is the stud work is tannalised.
So what would be the problem if the water went down through those gaps?
Well, it's rock wool behind here.
Yeah.
And when rock wool gets wet,
yeah,
it holds the water.
It holds the water and heavier and sinks down.
So this membrane doesn't stop water getting in?
It's permeable to a certain extent, but it's not waterproof.
Okay.
Things that touch it allow the water to come through.
Yes.
If it was Celotex, it wouldn't be a problem.
Right.
But the fact that he's used rock wool means that when that rock wool gets wet, it's going to come slide down, slide down, slide down. There are problems in modern housing where they use rock wool in the cavity, and they don't do it anymore.
Right.
Purely because once it gets wet, it all sinks to the bottom, and you've got no insulation at the top.
Okay. Okay.
And that is definitely rock wool.
Right. I'll just pause for a minute.
Pause for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something I found in this top corner, I can literally put my finger on top of the frame and feel the wood.
Yeah.
That's the place where water's going to get in on top of the woodwork and come in behind the membrane and just soak the inside.
What? So how will water sort of blow up there then?
Because the water just dribbles down there and gets blown in by the wind.
Oh, okay.
It gets flopped about all over the place.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere for it to drip off apart from following the wood.
Yeah.
And tracking in round that corner.
Okay. Okay.
So straight away it's on top of the framework of the actual unit.
Yeah, because it's very thin, isn't it, this bit here, the rim there, and then round here it actually doesn't even cover the wood.
That's right.
And again, once
it's set back from the wood.
You can't stress the importance more of the fact that when the rock wool gets wet,
yeah,
the rock wool is going to sag and drop, and Celotex would have been a far better option. But it's more expensive.
I guess it was just cutting corners on the costs, really, because I mean it's all had to be done to a certain budget. But well, I mean if yeah.
Relying on that membrane isn't really sensible. It's just a preventative, not a cure.
Okay.
It doesn't actually stop stuff.
With a timber frame building, like with Penny and Steph's, they had to use cladding, and then a plastic sheet, and then the stud work, a gap, and a breathable membrane, and then the internal wood.
Right.
So you use plastic on the outside, but you have a gap and your breathable membrane on the inside to take out the condensation.
Okay.
And
it stops the contact. If the plastic makes contact with the interior, the water that runs down the plastic will touch the interior and come through the next
Yeah,
layer.
which is why it needs
so
a gap.
There's always a gap there.
Okay.
so for building regs, if you were building a timber frame structure, you would have to use plastic on the outside, and your breathable membrane would go on the inside, not on the outside like that.
Right. Okay. Okay. All right. So so should we have a look at the flooring? Yeah.
You should have enough light under there. If I lie on it and hold the level as a straight edge, then my lie on now this side. You can film it from around there. If you
All right. Right, yeah, so it's definitely...
The floor is a 6mm sheet.
What I want to do is show the gap.
Yep.
How do I show the gap?
So
Well, it's about, what is it? It's
sunk.
about 4mm gap here.
Well, it's sunk 2 inches
Okay,
in the middle.
right,
At that end, it's even worse. That's
Right.
the same. So it's sunk. It has dropped 2 inches in the middle. This floor.
so it's dropped 2 inches in the middle, and how much? So that it just doesn't have enough support, does
No,
it?
It doesn't have enough support, and it's only 6mm ply, fixed at 900 centres, 1 and 2.
And those little...
Nothing down the middle at all. No
Well,
noggins.
Yeah, so it's bulging here already.
Oh yeah, and you can actually get your finger up in here, and mice can get in through the way boards.
Gosh, that just
Board's
doesn't look.
busted.
That just doesn't look in any way.
Well, it's already going mouldy here.
Oh, blimey! And
Look,
do you
look.
think those screws
that.
are like the way it's all screwed in? It just, I don't know.
It doesn't.
It looks like the back of a really badly made wardrobe.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And that's right under your bed.
Yeah.
The movement in that is terrible. Shouldn't have that. Should have been something a lot more sturdier.
Yeah.
3/4 inch marine ply with alley base, with an alley coating on the base.
Yeah. I mean, you can just. Oh gosh, how do I zoom in on the way that it's?
Well, I
Yeah,
think
you
you've
can
made the
sort
point.
of-
If he wants to come and defend himself, if he can lie down there and have a look. You can see my
So yeah, so we've got the potential easy access rat
Rat
hole.
there.
Yeah.
Well, and here.
And this end plate, the whole end plate. is
Under here,
so
look.
loose.
And
Okay.
you see where my fingers are?
Yeah.
Because that's a gap.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Same the other end.
Same the other end. Yeah.
Almost at the same depth.
Okay. Right, I'm just going to pause again.